Hello there. Today's lesson is going to be about Vision 2020. Vision 2020 is a Malaysian vision introduced by the former Prime Minister of Malaysia, Mahathir bin Mohamad, during the tabling of the 6th Malaysia Plan in 1991. This vision calls for the nation to achieve a self-sufficient, industrialized nation by the year 2020. This vision encompasses all aspects of life, from economic prosperity, social well-being, world-class education, political stability, as well as psychological balance. The targeted developed nation standard is one patterned upon the country itself, taking into account the diversity of races, religion, historical and cultural background, customs, and Eastern values. The government has allocated a time frame of 30 years from the time of its inception to realize the target. The 6th and 7th Malaysia Plans are considered to be the gateway in the first 10 years of Vision 2020. Consequently, it can be observed that the national development policies and strategies outlined and implemented under these two Malaysian plans are parallel to and in tune with the Vision 2020. Furthermore, it can be observed that the challenges outlined in the 7th Malaysian Plan are reinforced and complemented by the challenges set out in Vision 2020. There are 9 challenges that a Malaysian would have to face before achieving the status of a developed country in year 2020. The first is to create a Malaysian nation that is united and with a common objective. The first of these is the challenges of establishing a united Malaysian nation with a sense of common and shared destiny. This must be a nation at peace with itself, territorially and ethnically integrated, living in harmony and full and fair partnership, made up of one Bangsa Malaysia with political loyalty and dedication to the nation. The second challenge is to create a society that is free, peaceful, and advanced, confident of its own capabilities, successfully proud, and strong in facing problems. The second is the challenge of creating a psychologically liberated, secure, and developed Malaysian society with faith and confidence in itself, justifiably proud of what it is, of what it has accomplished, robust enough to face all manner of adversity. This Malaysian society must be distinguished by the pursuit of excellence, fully aware of all its potentials, psychologically subservient to none, and respected by the people of other nations. The third challenge is to create and develop a democratic society that is matured and practices a shared philosophy. The third challenge we have always faced is that of fostering and developing a mature democratic society, practicing a form of mature consensual, community-oriented democracy that can be a model for many developing countries. The fourth is to create a moral and ethical society with strong religious and spiritual values. The fourth is the challenge of establishing a fully moral and ethical society where the citizens are strong in religious and spiritual values and imbued with the highest of ethical standards. The fifth is to create a society that is tolerant, liberal, and free to practice its own customs, culture, and religion. The fifth challenge that we have always faced is the challenge of establishing a mature, liberal, and tolerant society in which Malaysians of all colors and creeds are free to practice and profess their customs, cultures, and religious beliefs, and yet feel that they belong to just one single nation. The sixth challenge is to create a scientific and progressive society that is forward-looking and far-sighted and is thus able to contribute to improving civilization based on science and technology. The sixth is the challenge of establishing a scientific and progressive society, a society that is innovative and forward-looking, one that is not only a consumer of technology but also a contributor to the scientific and technological civilization of the future. The seventh challenge is to create a caring society that practices a caring culture. The seventh challenge is the challenge of establishing a fully caring society and a caring culture, a social system in which society will come before self, in which the welfare of the people will revolve not around the state of the individual but around a strong and resilient family system. The eighth challenge is to create a society that is fair in the distribution of national wealth regardless of race. The eighth is the challenge of ensuring an economically just society. This is a society in which there is a fair distribution of the wealth of the nation, in which there is a full partnership in economic progress. Such a society cannot be in place so long as there is the identification of race with economic function and the identification of economic backwardness with race. The ninth challenge is to create a prosperous society with a competitive economy. The ninth challenge is the challenge of establishing a prosperous society with an economy that is fully competitive, dynamic, robust, and resilient. In conclusion, these challenges will help Malaysians form much more mature societies in the future. It will also help Malaysia achieve the status of a developed country by the year 2020.